Hello everyone and welcome to another draft of Crimson WoW. This is a traditional draft again. This is my draft number 59 overall, counting traditional and premier drafts. That means that in the next draft video I will have my set completion update. I am at roughly over 80% mythic completion right now, so I think it will take yet another 10 more drafts before I'm going to open my packs. Here it's a very strong pack. The two uncommons, not counting of course the Lantern of the Lost, are really good first pickable cards. I do like the Ballista Watcher slightly more here. And then there's also first pickable removal spells of Bleed Dry and Flame Blessed Bolt. Now the question is, should I take the Great Uncommon or just the removal here? Both these exile, this kills anything almost, but it's a lot more expensive. I think I like the Bleed Dry more than the Flame Blessed Bolt, but I could take the Ballista Watcher. But I suppose this is the only decent black card in the pack, so I'm at least not passing anything good black when I take the Bleed Dry. So I take that, but I think each of those three options would have been good. And if someone wants to, let's say, force white a bit, in that case, the Angelic, the 5 mana Angel is also a reasonable first pick from that pack. Alright, so here a couple of decent options. The commons don't match really these uncommons. Someone took rare, and by the uncommons I mean the only two good uncommons. The Skulking Killer isn't really good. Restless Bloodseeker isn't as good as the Whispering Wizard, but this would be an uncolor pick for the Bleed Dry. This does require me gaining some life, and it's not gonna happen in every black deck. It's easiest in the black-white. I think I'll take what I think is the best card, and I just take the Whispering Wizard over the the uncolored card. Alright, so now we got a little worse card quality in this pack. There is nothing that exciting anymore in here, so uncolored picks. I think it could be Syncopate, Grisly Ritual, maybe even the Repository Scarp, but none of them is really that good. But the non-blue, non-black cards are not that good either. I think the best card in the pack is the Runebound Wolf if you get the Wolf deck. Otherwise it's of course just 2 mana 2/2, so not great. And it's not a card I'm gonna pick here now after these picks here. I think I'll take the Grisly Ritual. Playing one of these in most of black decks is completely fine, so I'll just take that and don't pick the Scarp yet because I need more good targets for it to pick up, and usually you won't have really any trouble getting 4-drops, so I don't think the Scarp is that great of a pick that early in the draft. Here there's also a good card for the Wolf deck, so if I was crazy enough to take the Runebound Wolf from the previous pack, it would be easy continuation with the Outcast and hope that red-green is open enough. Well, I didn't take it, so I'm not going to take the Outcast here either. This is actually quite unplayable if you don't get the 4 mana version out of it, so you need a lot of wolves or werewolves for that. Here it's gonna be the Gluttonous Quest. I have 3 black cards already. I'm by no means blue here at all. I could still be, but it's a decent black card in any kind of black deck. Blocks very well, creates a blood token for you, a bit of life gain too. There's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, so let's put it to the deck, not to the sideboard. Alright, so it seems like well, no, I'm not even sure what's open based on this pack, because while there are 4 cards that are white, there's only one like an okay white card, and the rest are really not even that great. And this is also just as mediocre as a card can be. So I'm not taking this as a white signal. I will take the Wedding Security. It is early in the draft that I can find some blood token generating, even from mono black cards, because I might not be black and red here. I don't really care about the blue cards here now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be blue at all, so I'll take the Wedding Security and try to secure a couple of blood tokens to actually get some use out of the triggered ability there. Alright, so there's still a couple of blue cards. I like the Geistlight Snare when I can, mostly in blue-white, where I can cast this at 2 mana most of the time, and maybe sometimes even at 1 mana, but not when it is I'm expecting it to cost 3 mana. So the Cruel Witness, it's okay. Pointed Discussion, Courier, but Undying Malice is fine too, actually. But I think I'm taking the discussion, although it's quite... I'm not sure exactly. Okay, I'll take the discussion now, just because of I took the wedding security, but it's another card I want to play in multiples. So, not sure if that was the correct choice or not. Okay, now there's one clearly best card in the pack, which is the Wildspawn Spider, but it's very hard to go that route now. I guess I could take it, but it's really difficult to move to blue-green after picking all these black cards, so I don't think I'm going to do that. A Bloodsworn Squire is just not a very good card either, so I think I'll try to take the Scarp here, and in case I will be blue-black. Alright, so Edgar's Awakening does work nicely with blood tokens, of course. Am I going to get enough of them though? Currently I have, well, I suppose I have 3 cards that do create me blood tokens, and there's not really anything too great here. So I'll take the Awakening and let's see if I can rack up a few more blood tokens. And now actually I can take the Siphon Essence because I have some synergy for the blood tokens, and usually I think Syncopate is the better card out of these 2 counter spells, but now I have reasons to take blood tokens, blood token generating cards. This is of course bad, unplayable card. Okay, anyway, I'll take the Siphon Essence. And now I will need some cheap creatures. Well, there is a Steelclad Spirit which won't be attacking like ever in this deck. I don't expect to be getting a lot of enchantments. I could get some blue disturb creatures though. But it's a decent blocker, but then again I might want to have some sacrifice fodder. I'm not taking the Skywap Scarp. But I have already one, you know, where it is. There it is, Repository Scarp, so I might want to have you know, ways to you know, sacrifice fodder. Although now I don't think I'm taking another 4-mana card. I have already a bunch of them. I think I'll just take the Dawnheart Geist in case I move black and white. This could be an okay card. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that Lightning Wolf either. Oh, whatever. Let's take this. Okay, so a pretty unexciting pack one. I got a very good... the first pack out, the one I opened, had what 3 or 4 cards I'm happy to play. But now the follow-up wasn't that great. That said, this follow-up is really good, and it's actually a tough choice because a Biolume Egg is so good when you get it to work, and Bleedra is just overall just such a good removal spell. There's also a card draw spell, and there's Upgrade, which are, you know, fine. I mean, well, Upgrade is better than fine, but it's not gonna be... I mean, the decision is between the Bleedra and the Egg here. I guess it is early enough to get more what's the exploit card, so I'll take the Egg because it is the better card when you get it to work. This is the more consistent one. This is never gonna fail you, but this can be just incredibly strong, so I will take that. And now I will focus on some exploit cards if I just get them. Alright, well, there is a very easy pickup here. I'm passing, by the way, an Upgrade and then a Rending Flame. Someone who is to my right will be very happy about those. The first person who is drafting red. Okay, anyway, here it's really easy Lantern Bearer. It's the best blue common, and I think for my colors it was easily the pick there. I will cut the white cards for now because this seems to be a blue-black deck. And now there's a Stormchaser Drake. I don't really have synergy for it yet, but I can have it. There's a Mind Leech Goal, but I'm actually thinking this can easily come back to me. So let's say I take the Drake, someone takes the Imprisonment, someone maybe takes the Evolving Wilds. The red cards will go to red drafters, at least 2 of them. Someone might be interested in the Cadet. Desperate Farmer should be picked over the Mind Leech Goal, so I think I just take the very efficient 2-drop, even though I don't have yet a lot of ways to benefit from it. Alright, now it's very easy Assistant. I definitely want to have these guys because of the Egg, and the Gargantua while would be my pick here too. This is just clearly the better exploit creature, so let's take that one. Okay, so there's a Vandalite Spirit which I don't like at all in a blue-black deck. This is a best of 3 draft, so this could be like a sideboard card against some white decks. But I have a couple of other options. I don't think I'm taking the Discussion here right now. because I have already one of them and it is kind of clumsy. I'm actually thinking about the Blood Servitor. It's not great, but I might have enough reasons to take it here. Well, I mean, the reasons being Edgar's Awakening and the Wedding Security. So I'll take the 3 mana 2/2 now. I don't usually play it, but that's a good pickup maybe for this deck. Now this pack has multiple cards I want. Of course I will take the Egg here, but I'm passing actually another Stitched Assistant. And I'm also passing a Doomed Dissenter, which I would really want to have the 3 cards in here and then just pick nothing in the following 2 packs. But that's unfortunately a choice I cannot make, so I'll take the Egg and hope to get now more exploit, and then I'm getting exactly no exploit. Alright, so this is just another very good counter spell. Monstrosity is completely unnecessary here. I take the Aim for the Head because it is a somewhat okay sideboard card. I'm not going to main deck it. Well, that's disappointing. I got the one pack that had a lot of this exploit stuff, but then I don't get past any more of that. So I think out of these I will take the Blood Fountain, both to create me a Blood Token, and I don't want to play too many counter spells in this deck, so let's take the Fountain. And well, the Retrieval is okay interaction. I made the choice to not pick the Bleed Dry in pack 1, so this pack 2, pick 1, so I need some kind of interaction at least. Okay, Red Strong is... Can I get more of those? I'm not really that interested in the Vampire's Kiss either, so I will take the Throng just in case I get more of those. By the way, I do need 2 mana cards in general, so that's actually quite... the draft hasn't really progressed well in that regard. Yeah, this is actually... I might need to play the 2 mana 2/1 just because it's something I can play on turn 2. Alright, so do we get something decent here? Well, there's a Stitched Assistant, which is the pick. I definitely need more exploit creatures now that I have 2 Biolume eggs. The Screaming Swarm is okay, but it's not as important as the Assistant here. I wouldn't mind having the Gift of Fangs either here, actually. As, cheap interaction, but easy Assistant there, I think. Okay, well, oh wow, this is actually a 3rd Wildspawn Spider I see, and also a 2nd Dreamroot Cascade. Well, these are in the same pack, but this could have been an interesting green-blue deck if I just took the first Wildspawn Spider I saw in the draft. It was late pack 1, I think. Alright, anyway, let's take the Assistant. That's gonna be important here. Now there's another Edgar's Awakening. There's also Undying Malice, which actually is quite good with the Storm Chaser Drake, and not completely useless with the, with the Biolume X, and yeah, it's actually quite good synergy if I sacrifice. In response to Exploit trigger, I play the Undying Malice. I will take it now over the Gift of Fangs, mostly because it also synergizes with the Storm Chaser Drake. Okay, Lantern Bearer or Chill of the Grave. I don't need the Scattered Thoughts, I have 1 card draw spell already, the Pointed Discussion. I'll take the Lantern Bearer. I wouldn't mind having the Chill of the Grave, but let's take the best blue common. Okay, well, there's a Red Strong here, which I'm going to take now that I have 2 of them. I will at least have some chance to, get benefit from the trigger. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna just play all the Assistants here. It's gonna be a kind of a nasty 3 slot in the curve, but I don't have, I guess in the end, that many 4 mana cards, so this kind of can be also played on turn 4. Yup, it's the pick here. I'll take the Monstrosity for the sideboard purposes. I could take 20 gems, but it's not really that. This is a card I might sideboard in, so I'll take it here. Okay, well, I do actually need more 2-drops, and now, of course, a 3rd Throng is still reasonable. I think the ideal amount of them is like 3 or 4, probably not more, because 2 ones are just not so good, but 3 is definitely better than 2, almost always. Dread Fugue, okay sideboard card. And okay, this spider came back. No one is blue-green, so of course it does. Out of these options, I think I could take the Fear of Death or the Cradle of Safety. I guess I'll take the Fear of Death. The Cradle does synergize with the Storm Chaser Drake too, but I might be interested in having the self-mill card, because I do have a Edgar's Awakening I might be playing, and also the Blood Fountain. Here I think Chill is better than the Scattered Thoughts. Some interaction there. That blue card is not main deckable. So yeah, this stuff is staying in the sideboard. Let's see how many zombies I have. I should have a lot. 8 out of 18 currently. So the Chill of the Grave will quite often be a 2-mana card. Okay, so the easy cards in here are, I think... are there any easy cards? The Serpentine Ambush, the Geistlight Snare, and then I guess the Blood Servitor could be an easy card, but I mean, it's gonna have to be it. Look at my 3-drop slot. It's gonna be the card, and now I'm starting to think that do I want to play the Edgar's Awakening, or even the Wedding Security for that matter. This is how many blood tokens I have here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that create blood tokens. I mean, I have so many cards here to make that, and it didn't seem like I'm going to be a very, focused on the exploit stuff. But in the end, that's the direction this deck took with the double Biolum X, I guess. So it does seem like I should focus on the exploit and not try to make the blood tokens anything too significant here. I don't even need the pointed discussion here, because the stitched assistants will be drawing me at least some number of cards, and this is the Blood Fountain is kind of a card draw effect too. So yeah, I will just cut the blood token synergy. So Wedding Security goes away, Edgar's Awakening goes away, and then maybe the pointed discussion goes away, and that still leaves me 24 cards if I want to be playing 17 lands, which I think this deck kind of wants to. I would still need to cut one more card. I have 5 instants and 1 sorcery, so that's not a lot of stuff for the Repositories Cup, but sometimes you might just play this on turn 4 without any instants or sorceries in your graveyard, because you just want to make the Biolum Egg into a 4/4 creature. So I'm playing this Scarp for sure here. Now, does that mean I maybe want to play like 1 Serpentine Ambush here? But let's see what the final card is. Is the Fear of Death even that interesting anymore? Now that I don't have the, well, I still have the Blood Fountain, but I did cut the Edgar's Awakening here. So self-mill might not be that interesting anymore. Also, it's kind of, I suppose I don't want to mill the red strongs. I'd rather, well, I don't want to draw them either. So I suppose if I'm milling them, I would have been drawing them very soon. So there's that, of course. But it does seem like that from the main deck at least I can cut the Fear of Death. And now I'm actually slightly interested in playing 1 Serpentine Ambush after all, which will, work with the Storm Chaser Drake. It also works with, I have a lot of small creatures. I have the Specimen here, the couple of Lantern Bearers, these 2 ones are here. Even the Biolum Egg can be turned into a 5/5. And it's also one other thing that the Repositories Cup can return. Now, it's not so good when the opponent knows about it, but it's still, if you get to pick this for free from the graveyard, it's, I think, fine enough. So I will play 1 ambush, but that will mean I need to cut 1 more card, and I think it is going to be the Siphon Essence now, because I, decided I don't care about the blood tokens at all. This is only 6 black cards here, so and I didn't even get the 5/4, the black exploit common that makes the opponent sacrifice a creature. But I guess I have the 1 Scarp and 4 of these assistants. That's at least some number of exploit cards. I think I did pass one of those 2-drop goals that if you exploit, opponent has to exile a card from their hand. I don't recall which of these cards I picked over it, but now I probably hope I would have picked it instead. But at that point I of course didn't have any Bylum eggs. Now I have 2 of them. Right, so this will be the main deck. It's not the strongest blue-black deck, but at least I have 2 of these eggs here. And how many non-creatures? Only 7, so actually the Whispering Wizard won't be that good in here now. But I suppose it's going to be better than the alternatives in here. I mean, am I gonna play 2 Serpentine Ambushes? Not in the main deck. And at least the Wizard is a removal magnet, so I play this and opponent probably wants to use removal over it if they have something available. Sure. Okay. This is now fine. I have 17 blue. I have a double caster black card, but I think the deck still has to play 9 islands and only 8 swamps, just because of the I mean I have no more than 6 black cards in here, so that's pretty easy decision, I think. I will get the second black at some point. Bleed dry of course is great. Even later in the game, if you have to wait for the second black for a while, it will be a good play once you get to cast it. Alright, that's the deck. That's the main deck. This is best of 3, so I will be able to adjust the deck based on the opponent's stuff. On the play, well, at least I can go 1-drop, 2-drop here. Spowback Wolf, so I can... Oh, well now I just need to have an exploit creature, and this will have the Bylum egg Scries 2 as an ETB, so that's really good. I can dig into synergy for this card. But the Stormchaser Drake with the Undying Malice is still, good enough to take here. Especially, I mean, I'm against green, so they could have a Reach guy. Well, red doesn't have any ways to block flyers, so the flyer can be quite valuable. Now I don't have in my hand a way to exploit this away, so I think I make the opponent use a pump spell. This could also, be just a bluff attack, because there's no they don't lose anything by making that attack. But that was definitely I mean, now that I didn't have anything that has exploit, I did that block for that reason. I think I'm gonna play the Specimen here, and hoping they don't, main phase kill the Drake here. They don't have mana for Lash of sorry, what's the... Come on, what's the 5 mana? 5 mana sorcery speed removal. Anyway, I'm not going to trade here now. I could... No, I'm taking 6 here. I actually can raise the opponent here. I'm gonna, of course, leave the Red Strong to block the Daybreak combatants. And I think... I won't be blocking with the Specimen. They can block with the Spowback Wolf, but I'm actually able to win that race easily. I'm not using the Undying Malice on this thing. There's no point. They didn't have anything there. They could have the 6 mana. No, they have Celebrants. Okay, that means that I still have 3 power in the air. Okay, Serpentine Ambush. Is this a win? It's almost a win. Now I could also attack with the Specimen. So if I boost the Bearer here, I will be 5 for that 7 in the air. Even if I attack with all and they choose not to. I mean, I guess I'll just I will set up a next turn victory. Next turn I will win. I could have even played the ambush on the Drake right now, deal 3 extra damage, draw a card, but that doesn't seem that it makes any sense. So what I can do here, I can play the Malice and the Serpent and ambush in here, but I would maybe not I don't want to play the ambush here because I can win with that on the next turn. Okay, they have this hasty guy. Are they gonna play it? I will win if they do. Well, that's something they can do also. So now I'm just, they are tapped out and I will have a lethal attack in the air. So none of this matters too much. I can just, you know, double block this guy because why not? Get another throng and then I can return the specimen here too. This doesn't matter at all, but why not do it? So I will now be able to deal the lethals in here. Put it here, I don't need to draw any card. That's 7 in there. Flyers for the victory against red-green. If they don't have reach creatures, of course that will be a good route to win here. Now, am I going to play another Serpent and ambush? It might be interesting. Also, the Fear of Death is probably something I should play. This basically neutralizes one of their big creatures. And red-green doesn't have a way to, you know, sacrifice their creatures. And I don't maybe care that much if they don't have a... I mean, the problem with the Fear of Death is that they can always block with it. And I might not have easy time to attack through a high toughness blocker though. So maybe that makes no sense. But I could be playing Siphon Essence, for example, because they have these, I mean, Mariner, and then of course they have the Wolvenwald Oddity here, but I'm just not sure. I mean, I would have to cut something. That's like the first priority. Maybe the Blood Fountain is not that great against these big creatures. I need to have some other answers. So I will play the Siphon Essence instead of the Blood Fountain, and then I will consider if I want to play another ambush here. It could be interesting actually. I definitely want to play the Bounce Bell there. Gluttonous Quest. That's not so good against the green 4-power creatures actually. I could see cutting that and just playing another Serpentine ambush. Yep, that's it. Well, I'm not gonna keep it. If I had one island here, that would be an easy keep, but because this scries, but I have 9 islands in the deck. I have what? I sideboarded it actually 2 black cards away, did I? I have 5 black cards. I mostly will draw blue spells. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan this. Well, I'm gonna actually keep it now because going to 5 is also always a big risk. Now what I can do, I can easily lose one of the throngs here, and if I draw an island and then some other land, I at least have the Biolum X Stitched Assistant going on for me. But yeah, of course I need to get a bit lucky here. Well, that is... I needed that too, but I need the island, which I have more in the deck than swamps. Wedding Invitation. Okay, they at least have to tap out for that, but they have this 1-power Menace guy anyway. Come on, island. No, wow, what a joke. 3 swamps in their 9 island 8 swamp deck. They hit their land drops here, but it seems like they usually, when you play an early Reckless Impulse, you need land drops, and they even got the 2 lands there. Okay, and now I don't get the island at all here, wow. Well, okay, they have all the time in the world to play their threats in there. Okay, if that's how the game goes. I actually kept 1 swamp. Drew 3 swamps out of my 7 that were left in the deck, and none of my 9 islands. Right, I don't think I saw anything that changes my sideboarding. Although the Gluttonous Quest is maybe now more interesting because they have these 2 power creatures there. But I just don't know what I'm gonna cut. I like the Whispering Wizard because even one flyer here can be useful because they don't have that many ways to deal with flyers. So I'll just have the same deck and let's hope to draw an island here this time. Why, oh why? Mulligan? Oh, what the heck is this? Did I sideboard my islands away? This is like the 4th starting hand in a row that has only swamps available. Don't even have the egg here this time. I have to go to 5 here. What? 5? Okay, well I keep it. I don't need the lantern bearer here because I just won't be able to. Yeah, this has to be it. I need 1 island for the egg into. Wow, what a non-match here. I just keep throwing these swamps. What the heck? All right. Well, sometimes this is what happens. There's not much to do about it. I mean, you can just laugh along because this obviously wasn't my match to win here with all these issues in finding the 1 island. Okay, now I did find it, and I won't. I kind of don't want to block because they have the pump spells, but I guess maybe I should have kept 1 because I have the Crazy Ritual here. Yeah. Because if I lose this... Oh, yeah, this is so awkward. If they have a burn spell or a pump spell, it's now a matter of me taking here 2 extra damage. Ah, damn it. I actually am regretting now this island, putting both of them on the bottom because I would have wanted to draw 1 of them so that I can play the assistant and have the Chill of the Grave up because this is a zombie, so I could use this. So am I gonna take 4 here? I guess I'll just have to take the damage here now. It's 2. I mean, I basically lose the game if the egg goes away now. Okay, and they have a Child of the Pack, so... Well, at least I drew another land here still. But I need to use the Crazy Ritual on the Child of the Pack, of course. But that will give me a 4/4 at the end of turn. Specimen, I won't be needing that for anything. Well, I actually would have now wanted to have it. Alright, so they do have the pump spell, which means that I just cannot... I mean, I will block now this time. There's no way I'm not blocking. Okay, they actually don't even offer any kind of a trade, so maybe they don't have the pump spell, because now I didn't. Well, that's a lot of swamps, but at least I do get to Grisly Ritual this guy now. Get a couple of blood tokens. So any further swamps I will draw, they will just go away. I did mulligan to 5 in this game, so I'm in a fairly decent shape. Okay, now they have a knight. This is... well, I mean, of course, because I have only... it would be tempting to discard the Lantern Bearer for the... because then I can play it from the graveyard, but I have the Stitched Assistant, so... I mean, imagine if I just... Yeah, but I think it was a mistake to put both of these islands on the bottom. But, well, I mean, whatever. I'll do it like this, and hopefully the opponent floods out here. I would really like to... Oh, they have a Wolf Strike, don't they? Yeah, they do. Okay, game is over, most likely now. I will... No, I won't be even double blocking. Okay, they have that thing, it's a 4/4. Hopefully I will get a double spell next turn. But problem is they... I'm gonna double block the one of the 2-drops here now and hope they don't have pump spells. Okay, they just do that. So I guess I'll just do this and lose the Stitched Assistant, or they do have a... I mean, they can't have a pump spell there. How could they have a pump spell? Then they would have attacked with everyone. This trade is fine. So now I get to eat the Lantern Bearer, with the other stitched assistant. Okay, well, I'm gonna first see what I drew, and then I'm gonna probably lose the swamp here. And if it's an island, I probably have to keep an island here. Retrieval. Non-land permanent. I think it is a good backup on a it's a good backup on a pump against their pump spells, which I know they have. Problem is that it doesn't really do anything now because I don't even have a blue one available. Man, this is 6 swamps, 1 island. This is really messed up. I think I can't keep a bounce spell here. I just have to draw something else now, and now this will be discarded. This swamp, I mean. Okay, there is an island. So what I can do is I can make it into a day. I think I have played only 1 spell. Only the Stitched Assistant. So I could play another now. Or I can use the Chill of the Grave. But the Chill of the Grave doesn't mean that there won't be night. The night will be still happening. So I suppose I will use the assistant here. Although I do have 1 egg left in the deck. It would be a shame to lose it. I can also make this into a 4/3, which will be able to block everything except for the menace guy. Okay, fine, let's do it. I mean, mostly because 1 out to win here is that I will be able to you know, find my other egg and then sacrifice it on this assistant. I have 2 more assistants in the deck, and then the repository scarp too. So that's only 3 things. With okay, so now they sadly found a pump spell. So, but hey, I mulliganed to 5, and I had all the trouble finding the blue land still, blue producing land still. So it's I would have to be very lucky here to actually win here, because opponent didn't have any, you know, they are not flooding out or anything. They have actually a normal draw here. If I get an egg now, which I didn't, and this is not a zombie, so I can't even Chill of the Grave here. I'm taking here at least 6 damage, but I have to take 6. I'm not gonna block with the Whispering Wizard here. But it will be very difficult to... I'm going down to 3 here. And if they have anything in their hand, I'm just... I can't even trade here, actually. It would be only a jump block because the 2/3 has minis. So let's see now what happens. I guess given that I did mulligan to 5 here, I have a reasonable start here. Okay, Red Strong I can sacrifice for the assistant, but I need to Chill of the Grave to... Oh, because I have... This will be trained. So am I gonna do it like this and then use the Chill of the Grave on the Apprentice Sharpshooter maybe? I get 1/1 here. Now I guess I'm gonna scry into an island here. That's probably what I have to do. So I will exploit this guy, of course, and then I will first get my throng and then do the scry and draw. That's just not good enough. I can play it though, but I need an island for the Chill here, I think. Well, now I'm just dead. Not even gonna bother here. They have a lethal attacks, I will go to -1, and they have this thing that makes a guy unblockable, although all of their creatures will be only 2 power, so it's actually not relevant here now. But yeah, that was a lot of swamps there in the starting hands. I had to mulligan a lot, and they came 2. I just never drew the island, so that was of course that. Okay, so let's see if I have a starting hand with reasonable mana, but I hate to draw two of these, but you can't really... I mean, there's no point mulliganing this. At least I can curve out here, even though it's just with 2 ones. I have still 1 in the deck, so... Okay, and that's actually good now. I can eat the throne here on turn 3. Yeah, now this hand is actually a lot better. Oh, I can even go 2, 3, 4 here. Well, after these draws, I like my chances a lot more. Opponent missed their plays on turns 1 and 2, so I have some time here. Let's attack here, because I will be sacrificing that thing. And then I will be offering... I mean, if they attack with the Desperate Farmer, I will just block with the Assistant here, no big deal. But yeah, let's get the 3rd throng before I naturally draw it. That would be awkward. So yeah, let's first get the throng and then scry draw. Blood Fountain. It's actually not bad. I'm going to keep it here. That will be actually useful because I expect the wizard to die at some point. Well, it can be of course exiled too, but okay, that's definitely fine. Trade here. And also this Blood Fountain will make me a 1/1 flyer with this thing. I actually don't want to... I don't want to play the wizard now because I want to make the 1 flyer from it. Although I'm thinking about playing the Serpentine Ambush. No, actually I know what I'm doing. I'm just playing both throngs here. And then I can... Because I don't want to play this one either unless I have the Whispering Wizard on the battlefield. But I was thinking about, you know, blocking with the 2/1 and making it into a 5/5. Okay, now it has first strike, so I'll just take the 4 here, but that was the first blood, so I can... I'm at 16, it's still fairly... Okay, now this is a really strong card. Can't say I like to see that. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna still do it like this and get to 1/1 here. And now I will block the Suitor, double block with the red strongs. I could block also with the 1/1, but if I knew they don't have like a sure strike or anything, I might just, you know, trade everything off. Oh no, I can't trade everything off. This threatens to be even up to 6 power first striker. So do I care about the throng more about... Yeah, I guess the flyer. I'm on the defensive, so let's just do it like this and hope they don't have anything. Don't have any more throngs here. Okay, there you just deal a bit of extra damage, I suppose. Okay, that was fine. I'm at 9, so that's not good. But what I have here... I'm gonna decline this. I have all the throngs. What I can do here is now, of course... Okay, well now I'm getting islands. But it's fine, it's fine. I have a blood tokens and all that. So what I'm doing here now is just... I kind of want to attack with a 3/2 though. These things creates blood tokens if they gain life. But I'm gonna use the Blood Fountain here. Am I though? Well, that's the only thing I can use my mana for. Unless I just go for the blood token right away. I mean, I guess a Stitched Assistant and a Red Strong is okay enough to get back. Fine. Maybe it is. Well, we will see what they do. They still make that thing have first strike, even though might not matter. But I guess if they have a pump spell on it. Well, I'm gonna block it, and I'm gonna try to make it into a 5/5 and get a 1/1 here. It does seem to work though. They pass through the priorities here. Okay, well, things are different then. They no longer have a big threat unless they play one. Okay, Blood Fountain of their own. I have to use the Blood Fountain of my own now. I'll just take the Assistant and the Throne here. And now I actually want one. Now that they have the 1-3, I would actually prefer to have the Flyers instead of the 2-1s, but I suppose they can block. Alright, more of that. Let's maybe first... Well, let's just not do this. I guess I can eat both of these Thrones in the end. Yeah, that's fine. I wish I found one of my eggs before I just checked quickly the library here. A couple of eggs, Crystal Reacher, Repository Scarp. There's still the Stitched Assistants, Lantern Bearers. Yeah, I guess I have stuff in here. Seal of the Grave, that will be useful, especially with the Whispering Wizard. And now it's also castable now. So pretty easily I will just attack with the 3-2, not with anything else. Oh, this was... I made a mistake. I thought this had summoning sickness, sorry, but it didn't. So they should be at 13 now. I was going to attack with this. I mean, I just really... This one here has summoning sickness. This doesn't, so I should have attacked with the 1-1. Okay, Ballista Watcher is annoying, but I guess I have to live with that. Yeah, they are not gonna attack. I will be tapping down the Watcher, and I get to attack here with the 3-2s and the 1-1s. Okay, all the assistants. So now I'm going to discard the swamp here. Maybe I find a Biolume egg or something like that. Okay, the retrieval will also be good. Now I could even... No, what I first do is I'm going to play this and sacrifice the throne. I'm not going to attack with it. Bleed Drive, well, that's definitely a card I want to have here. So now I'm just attacking with everything, and they are gonna go down to... Well, if they don't jump block, they go down to 6. And I have this nice interaction here left. And this Ballista Watcher won't be untapping now. And this ability only works when they tap it unless it's night. And if they really pass turn without plays, they could do that to ping these 1-1s or something like that. Although that is a death sentence because they need more blockers than they have. And let's say they were going to pass the turn, I would have bounced, or no, not bounced, killed the Ballista Watcher at their end of test, in their end step. Alright, so black and red. Has some nice uncommons. The Suitor, of course, great. The Ballista Watcher is great. The Bloodshaker is good, but only if they can either gain some life, or I suppose a black and red deck can have other means to make, blood tokens. So this, of course, when you have 2 blood tokens, you can just transform this. You don't have to get any blood tokens from its own ability. And then, of course, when it's transformed, you can use the ability and still keep getting those tokens. But what is my sideboarding here against this deck? Like, do I want to have a Fear of Death? Black can have ways to exploit, but I suppose like Fear of Death on something like the Lightning Wolf would be okay. The 3 toughness is not still that great of a blocker. But now the question is always, of course, that what am I going to cut here? The Glutonos quest, I guess that's again the thing that it's not good against the 4-3. It's not good against the Suitor because this has the pump ability, and even this is a 4-3 when it's transformed. So the 1-4 might not be the best thing here. Although they did have the no, this is actually not the same opponent. This I didn't see the 2-1 first strike when attacking creature. So I do cut the Glutonos quest here, and the question is, did I see a zombie here? Vampires mostly. Maybe the fear of death could be a thing. Yeah, might not sure actually. Geistlight snare. No, I mean of course the siphon essence would be. Nah, fine. I'll take the fear of death and let's see how it goes like this. I'm not totally sure if that's the card I want to sideboard in, but I could even have the 5/5 6 mana thing, maybe. Alright, so keeping it, I have the Drake and I can draw a card from the Serpentine Ambush if I want to, but now I did draw a land. Okay, and then there's the 2/1 against which the the 1/4 would have been a pretty good blocker. Well, they have no 3 mana card that actually allows me to raise them. I'm not gonna exploit anything here. I'll just decline this 3 mana 3/2 when they miss their 3 drop is definitely fine here because now I'm winning the race currently. And let's see if they have another Celebrant. Alright. Kinda. It's so tempting to use the Serpentine Ambush as a blocker here. As a blocking move, I mean. But no, I will offer the trade here. I think they will block here, and I'm not gonna use the ambush. And then I will just play another assistant here. They get the blood token, enjoy. I kind of want to have the Whispering Wizard before I do any non-creatures here. And I don't want to lose my 2/1, so you could maybe think about drawing a card there then to get more lands, but I feel like the 3/2 is better now here. Okay, that's something I can fear of death. But that's also something I can... Alright, well now I know what I do. I'll just do this. And I'll play the Whispering Wizard. Make them have some kind of an answer for it. And if they don't, then I can start making those 1/1s. And they have a Crystal Ritual, so that's that. I will block the Desperate Farmer here. If they choose to attack. They get 2 life. It's fine. Nope, they chose to not attack. So am I going to offer the trade? I will be playing them. Now, of course, now again, once again, I have only one. I mean, I have a lot more black sources than blue. Maybe I need to check my deck. Did I really put a wrong amount of lands in here? It wouldn't be the first time, so. Yep. I'll just attack with the Drake here. Play the Lantern Bearer, because that I can sacrifice on the other assistant here. Play the Blood Fountain. I don't think I want to discard any of these cards though. No, I don't want to. They have a bunch of lands, I guess. But that's still 3 cards in their hand. Another farmer. Okay. Then now they're gonna attack with the other farmer. Yeah, I have to block it. Because if I could double block the Celebrant, because then I could, you know, trade with only 1 creature if they don't have anything. But then this will transform and I don't want that to happen, so pass here. And they have now a 4/3, which if I want to, I can Fear of Death it. So it will be like... It will be small enough to not matter. Okay, they get rid of their last blood token, do they? Discarding another land. And then... Okay, well there's a Biloom egg. Wow. I have a Stitched Assistant here, so I but only one, so I can't really now go forward with the plan of you know, playing the stitched assistant and sacrificing the bearer. I need to leave this egg here as food for the stitched assistant. So now the question is, what exactly am I going to do here? I feel like the egg needs to be happening here. So I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm gonna just double block the harvester. I do want to have the island, and I think I want to have the lantern bearer too. So I will keep these both on top. And I will just simply block the harvester with the storm chaser drake. It's kind of sad. Okay, they have a crimson bride. Well, that's sad. Okay, they have. Ooh, that's too much. I wish I had my. Well, let's see if I can survive here, because I don't think I can easily survive here. If I do it like this, I go down to 5. I need my drake here to kill the crimson bride with the storm chaser. So let's do it like this. Now this desperate farmer will go away once the Olivia Crimson Bride goes away. So what I can do here now is I can play the stitched assistant and leave one up for the serpentine ambush. And this will be I will keep the lantern bearer still on top, draw that. And is there a chance to... I will have the 4/4. Yeah, if the opponent has nothing, I still have a chance. I still have a chance if they have exactly nothing here. That's kinda nothing in the sense that it doesn't affect their this turn's plays. Unless they discard a land and find a Flame Blessed Bolt or something, or Undying Malice, but I guess they chose to not keep that one here, it's fine. Now, if they do attacks, yeah, okay, they will get to, of course, reanimate another creature too, but they will be going away. If I just survive, and I think I will survive here, past the blockers, so this will go away and this will go away once Olivia dies. So this blocks here, and this blocks here. This is exactly, I'm going to 1 in here. Well, that's what's gonna happen then. 3 blockers. Serpentine ambush on the Storm Chaser Drake. Get a card also. Can I survive? If the opponent doesn't get to deal more damage to me in any way, I mean, they only need the one red 1-drop to do that. So that's gonna be nasty. And they are gonna get some blood tokens too. That's the board cleared. And now I can try to... Well, first of all, Fear of Death goes here, but can I afford to... No, I cannot. I'm thinking about returning the Whispering Wizard and then using these non-creatures, but that's not going to happen. What I'm doing here now is hoping they don't have hasty creatures. This will simply be a minus something. Undying Malice, Repository Scarp, nice cards, but can't really benefit from them. Okay, so I lose to hasty creature, I lose to do direct damage. Not much to do about that. And I will use the Blood Fountain to return. I think it's gonna still be the Whispering Wizard, and of course the... No, the Bylum Egg. Does that get exiled by its ability? No. Did I... Was I blind or something? No, the egg is here. It's the serpent. So yeah, I will return the Repository Scarp and Whispering Wizard. They have still the blood tokens there. Lightning Wolf, not Hasty Guy. They chose to not discard a card. So what are they holding in their hand? Something that's relevant. Probably, I'm guessing it's going to be like a... I'm guessing it's going to be a pump effect of some kind, maybe. Sure Strike, a possibility. Chill of the Grave though. So should I just go for it? I mean, I'm gonna play the Whispering Wizard anyway now. And I'm gonna chill this guy, just to... Oh, I won't be chilling because I don't have a zombie. Well... That's awkward then. I should not have done that. Oh, darn. Well, I guess I just have to jump block with Lantern Bearer then. I would have wanted to actually sacrifice it. But I guess I'm gonna sacrifice those 1/1 flyers or something like that. But it's still fine. And even if they have... Okay, they do have a removal there, so I'm still fine. So I have the jump blocker on that thing, and well, they have a couple of outs to find a removal spell. Let's see if they do. Yeah, being on 1 life and when the opponent is at over 20 is kind of nasty, because you have to attack for damage yourself, but then again you have to leave on your very... Okay. Wow, very low amount of blockers, so that is insane. They have both Henrietta and they have Olivia there. Okay, fine. Don't really think how can I win here now. I can find my -13 thing. I have that in my deck. So that's like one way to still try to win here. Okay, there goes their final land. Alright, so I guess I can... Darn, I needed that Whispering Wizard. Yeah, problem is this first striker, just I don't have the jump blocks for it. I have 2 things I need to... I mean, I can deal 6 here, I guess. Then I need to jump block with I probably have to actually eat the Storm Chaser Drake here somehow. So if I play the Scarp, or maybe this one. Okay, I think I can afford to do this Blood Token thing in here. And there's a Biolume Egg, which will be good, but it's just not good enough here, I think. So I'm gonna do this and sacrifice now the Storm Chaser Drake. That I need the -13 thing here. I didn't draw it. So I can chill now the Henrietta, and then I have to block the wolf. Well, that's what I'm gonna do, and I will double block it, of course, because then the first strike won't help it. But they now have 2 new cards. They have each player sacrifice. Oh, they can... Yeah, and they have that thing too. Okay, this is just insane. Can I mean, they make me sacrifice. Yeah, that's just... I can't beat the double mythics there. Yeah, that was too much. So I'm definitely playing Siphon Essence here. How about Geistlight Snare? I don't have any spirit, or maybe I have the 2 of the Lantern Bearers. But I feel like the counters... Oh, maybe aim for the head actually. It doesn't exile the vampires, but it can exile the... make them exile 2 cards from their hand. I think I'm gonna do something like that. I mean, it feels like I'm in a pretty desperate spot in here. I'm not gonna play the Fear of Death. I do want to play the Bounce Spell. Now, should I play the Geistlight? No, it's so annoying to leave 3 mana up for that. Specimen. I don't have luxury to do that. I need to get lucky with my eggs here, I think. And then Geistlight Snare. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna play the Snare. I'll just play the Geistlight. I'm not gonna play the discard. Oh, there's also Dread Fugue, but it's not really that much better than the Aim for the Head. It's gonna be 3 mana anyway. Alright, Siphon Essence and the Geistlight Snare. And then let's get lucky or something like that. I don't think this... I mean, those Bum Mythics are just way too nasty. The Henrietta, especially because it's a 4 mana card, and it becomes a 3/4 flying lifelinker, among other things. Alright, so now I need to just get lucky and get the 3rd land in my first 2 draw steps. Then I can at least do my stuff with the egg. And the assistant. Opponent did mulligan here though. To 6 for now. I'll pause until they are finished. Okay, well I don't need to because they just kept 6. Alright. So if I draw a land in top 2 cards, I do like my chances. That can be used to draw a card because this is a zombie, so I can... Oh, can they kill this with 1 mana? Yeah, darn, I didn't even remember seeing a Flame-Blessed Bolt, and now they can kill that, so I don't get to draw a card with this thing because it costs 3 now. Oh, damn it. Ah. They go 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, darn. Okay, that is at least good. But I think I have to be risky here. I'll take a risk here now. I'll keep the island here. Because I don't want to take 4 damage for no reason. I don't recall seeing a Surge Strike. I'm gonna just block here. Hope they don't have a way to kill it. If they have it all, well, then they do. That's not... This is not my day. If they can also kill the Whispering Wizard here... that's just... Okay, that's it. I'm done. Against the perfect curve out here. They used all the mana on each of their turns. They had to turn 1 Flame-Blessed Bolt on my 2-drop. They had the Celebrant into Desperate Farmer. Then they had the Parasitic Grasp. There were actually... that means they didn't use all the mana on the previous turn, but... Still, now they had the perfect answer for this. That's just... I don't care. I'm just annoyed. If I didn't miss the land drop, that would have been a way different game. Okay, well, I lost both 2 matches, but I don't think the deck is that bad. It's mostly because I had some nasty issues with drawing the lands and spells, I guess. I mean, the match 1 was a complete joke. That's like nothing. And then the match 2, in the game 2, they had 2 Mythic Rares and I almost stabilized there. And then in the game 3, they had the perfect start with all the answers they needed for my stuff. And then, I mean, I guess I could have not blocked with the egg there, but the problem with that plan is that I saw they were able to bring me to such a low life total in the game 2 that I didn't want to take 2 extra damage for no reason. Here again, I have to mulligan this hand. This is of course no stakes match because I'm at 2 match losses, so the third one doesn't do anything. But yeah, the match 2, games 2 and 3, which I did lose there, they were not really that I mean ideal. That they were really tough. The game 2 was interesting, but then the game 3 was just them having just everything possible there. Okay, the Gluttonous Quest doesn't do a good job of training the trainee, so I guess I've got that going on for me. don't need a swamp here. I can play the Drake with the Undying Malice mana up, which is good. Sealed Basher. Okay, that's annoying. Don't really have an attack there. Let's do this then. I could play the Lantern better, but I would rather play the Drake first. Maybe next turn, and I of course mean the Lantern's Lift on the Assistant. So now they can drain the trainee now. Which is, oh, they choose not to, even though they can transfer the counter to something else there. Well, no blocks. Well, the Creature Ritual will deal with the Sealed Basher, I guess. Well, I'm taking a lot of damage if I start to attack for 6 here. They will be attacking for 7 and I'm going down to 8, so that's kind of bad. I suppose I can just play the Scarp without me sacrificing anything and leave the Undying Malice up. Sure, let's do that. Do they have a Fierce Retribution? They have a Lantern Flare. Well, I'm gonna use this in that case. No point making it into a 5/5. I wanted to come back with the +1/+1 counter. And then I will... I'll just play the Scarp and don't sacrifice anything. I know I have the Undying Malice here now, but it's not really worth sacrificing anything. If I get any sacrifice fodder, I will still have the Stitched Assistant number 2 in here. But yeah, I do need the mana for the Creature Ritual to get rid of the Sealed Basher. Griffwing Cavalry, okay. Now they will... no. Okay. Indestructible. And a land, please. That's a land, so I will just use this right away, and then they will be able to... I mean, they can make the trainee jump. I kinda don't want to block with the Storm Chaser Drake, in fact. Maybe I should take 5 damage here, or maybe 4 if they choose to not. Because I wanna use the Serpentine Ambush here. Problem is that the attacking with the ground guys is just gonna be extra 3. Okay, I make them use mana on the... I don't think they're gonna block here with the Griffwing Cavalry. That would be great for me if they do. But I make them use mana on the Griffwing Cavalry now. I will go down to 7. Okay, they didn't want to use 2 mana, so that's good. But that means they do have at least 5 mana worth of plays. Okay, that's an Unhallowed Phalanx. Sure. So now I will be playing the Lantern's Lift on the... guess on this assistant here. Maybe I should have done this actually first, and I should have, yes, but I'm doing it now. And then I will attack with this guy, and of course I will try to get some value out of the Storm Chaser Drake. The Griffwing Cavalry can now make the trainee fly, and then I will block the cavalry. Okay, those 1 power creatures, they are not really that good with these trainers. No, they can do that. I will draw a card if I just target the Drake here. Okay, they decide to attack with well, they have to make the trainee fly here. Guess I'll block one of the 1 power guys, and kill the cavalry now. There's an egg. Okay. So now they don't have any flyers here. I can attack for 3, 6. I can attack for 10. Oh, there's a bleed dry. It's not a lethal attack though. None of these fly, and I will have 2 blockers here. I think this is quite safe to attack with everything now. And they would need to another egg. Well, I guess I can. I don't think I need it for anything, but I suppose I can still find some more things with exploit. And it will scry at least. So I have 2 blockers to their 4 attackers, but the attackers are 1 power or 2 power only. And I have actually lethal attack in the air. Plus this becomes unblockable if I sacrifice 2 islands. Courier bat, but they didn't gain life. And that is it. I will bleed dry the bat here. Okay, well they just want to do that. So let's kill here and here. Well, I guess I could. Might as well do this. They get to transform the counters, but it doesn't matter. This is just game over for them anyway. I mean, I just attack with everything. I don't even have to. This is lethal attack. Let's not waste any more time. Alright. No stakes matchup, but I will still try to play the best magic there is. That's a zombie. That's not a zombie. That's not a zombie. So I don't think... Well, they have like multiple of these 113s. I guess they must have the black uncommon that can throw away creatures to the opponent's face based on the amount of toughness. Well, what's the idea here? Is something here like very bad? I guess the persistent specimen might be a bit unnecessary against that opponent. I don't really need jump blockers, and I have here enough fodder for the exploit, I think. So maybe I'll just play like 1 Siphon Essence to counter those 5 drops. In case they have the catapult fodder, is that the name of the card? My own, I guess I could have probably cut my own 1/4 for 3 too. Doesn't really, it's not needed as a blocker, and it doesn't also attack that well. But now this is, now I get these good hands. I needed these kind of stuff in the matches against the tougher opposition, because it does seem like the opponent has like doesn't have anything that's very aggressive, and I haven't seen anything too powerful there either. Well, I kind of like both of them. Let's draw the chill first. Because I don't think I'm going to use the scarp on these before I get something for my graveyard. Maybe I bounce something, or maybe I'll... Okay, they wasted this. They could have waited until something dies, but I suppose nothing was going to die in this board here. So... If they have the creature card in their hand, they actually could have discarded their creature card on the blood token, gain the life from here, and then return the creature with the courier bat. Okay, so now that this is a 2-mana card now, it's fine. I will bounce, tap the courier bat so I can continue the attacks for now. That's mostly just to get something on the graveyard I can return with the scarp when I sacrifice the bottleneck on it. Kindly Ancestor, okay. So they kinda are some sort of life gain deck, but is that all it does? And now I have the retrieval up with the version that only can bounce my permanents. Unhallowed phalanx. Okay, they must have a catapult fodder in there. These don't make any other sense. Alright, so guess it's time to just use the ambush. I could tap down the kindly ancestor. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap down the kindly ancestor so I can now attack with every single guy, I guess. And hope they choose to block the Storm Chaser Drake. Although it's, well, I don't know. If they block the Lantern Bearer, then I can still use the ambush there. That means I don't get to draw a card from the Drake, but it's okay. Okay, they jump with the Dawnheart guys, that's fine. And I will do this. And then I will play the Blood Fountain here, which can return something at some point. Grisly Ritual, okay, that's not so good for them actually, they lose 1 life per turn. Yeah, that's not what they want to do. Well, let's just attack here for 3, and I know I could have attacked the Serpent. Maybe I should have sacrificed 2 islands. But I didn't want to go there quite yet. I'll do this and leave up the Bleed Dry. Because they would be now at 1 if I did sacrifice 2 islands there. Thalia means I can't use Bleed Dry here. Do I just have... I just have a victory on the next turn, so I will do this and let's be done with it. I can now make the Serpents unblockable, and they have nothing in their hand, there's nothing they can do. So just like this. I suppose I even didn't need to do that because I had now 4 power in the air, and then this will finish them off. Alright, so well, this third match was, I mean, I guess the easiest deck in the entire event, but also I didn't have any trouble with drawing my good stuff, and my deck actually functions in here. So I wish the first 2 matches went as problematic as they were. Now, I still think this wasn't that great of a deck, but if you have Biolume eggs and ways to sacrifice them, that's already quite strong here. And I did have a couple of Lantern Bearers. I had the Bleed Dry, so some high quality commons too. But definitely the deck could have been better here. But I like the fact that I had the Storm Chaser Drake and then the Undying Malice and the Serpent and Ambush as synergy. I think I would rather have maybe the Aura spell that gives hexproof. But then again, that Aura spell cannot be picked up by the Repository Scab. But yeah, this was a bit nasty event because of the first 2 matches went the way they went. But that happens, and I will always upload all my drafts, so you will see these kind of events too, because that's all part of the process. You can't really play 59 drafts and not have any bad runs there. That's impossible. And so next one is of course my draft number 60, which will be a premier draft now that I had 2 of these traditionals again in a row. I am actually getting close to even amount of premier and traditional drafts, so I will then continue making 50-50 ratio of them. And the next video being in my 60th draft number 60, it will have the set completion update, and for example my number of packs currently is 284, and I have I think 36 mythic rares currently. So if I open these, I would have like approximately a bit over 80% of the full mythic sets. Of course I already have all the rares because I have way more than 100 rares, and if I open all these packs I would go to the full reset easily. But I'm going for the full mythics completion, so that means I won't be opening my packs after next draft. I will probably do that after draft number 70 once I get there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.